Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Erin. I'm a homeschool mom to 3 kiddos ages 9, 7, and 3. And today we are going to be talking about some ways to beat summer boredom that may kind of pop up. I don't know who would get bored in summertime, but apparently it can be a thing. So stick around if you want to see some budget-friendly, potentially free options to beat summer boredom. Before I get started on jumping into my top 10 ideas, I did want to mention that this is a collaboration hosted by Alicia from DAC Family. Thank you, Alicia, for hosting. If you do not know Alicia, please pop over to her channel and say hello. I will link it down below. I will also link a playlist of other mamas who are posting their summer boredom buster activities. So go ahead and check the playlist out as well. I'm excited to go through that and see some other ideas for our family. So let me go ahead and jump right in. Like I said, I just wanted to mention some that are budget friendly, possibly free. We do these in our own home, so they're ones that I recommend, and these are the top 10 that I could come up with. So we love summertime. We do break from our strict schoolwork because we go pretty consistently hard throughout the year because we are required to by our state. So we do go ahead and take a break over the summer and we enjoy it. So we are currently on summer break. So some of our top activities that we like to do when everybody gets just a little restless and tired of being so close to each other and inside the house, I'm gonna mention what we like to kind of go to kind of get those things out of the way. Number one on my list is simply to read. Whenever anyone is kind of bored or needs something to do, I'll say go do some reading. Go read by yourself, go read independently, read to your sister. I keep a basket in the living room of seasonal picture books, so I'll have each of the kids take turns picking one out that we haven't read. They'll sit down with me and we'll all read it together. You can also pull up some read alouds on YouTube. There are so many read alouds on YouTube and a lot of them include pictures. So that's a fun option as well. If you, mama, don't feel like reading, just sit down and watch them with your kids. And that can bring up some really fun, interesting topics to discuss. Number 2 on my list is sort of a educational, kind of a practice, like a mind practice, just to kind of keep brains engaged. We honestly haven't done a lot of these, but I do print them out to have as an option. My kids actually, well, my son requested to have, I did this last year for him. I actually bought him the workbook, but this year I printed them out. He requested his level again this year. My daughter, my 7-year-old, wasn't too excited about it, but nonetheless, I printed hers as well. So I have Climb the Summer Slide first level, and these are from the Easy Peasy website. You can print these off for free. I will link the website down below. You can go grab your own copy, and there's different levels. So first level is for my 7-year-old. She's entering 2nd grade next year. So she's transitioning from 1st grade to 2nd grade. And this very simple little worksheets. They're meant to do one a day or one every other day or whatever you choose for them. But very simple. There's usually a reading practice, a handwriting, language arts, math, and this is a little pattern practice that went along with the math. And there are, I believe there's 40 days of these. So you can print however many you want. Like I said, we haven't done many, she's done one. But it just gradually goes through. So you can print all the pages, you can print a couple pages, you can print day by day, you can skip around. But yes, I will link this down below. You can access this for free from the website. You can also order this as a workbook from Amazon if you do not or cannot print. And I did that last year for my son, and they're fairly inexpensive. They're like $4 or $5. So if you don't want to print, you can buy the workbook as well. So I printed the first level, and for my son, I printed the 3rd level. Let me show you just a little snippet of his. His is just slightly more challenging. So again, read, handwriting, or a little question that went along with the reading, some math. This looks like a word problem, and then some language arts or grammar practice. And you can see the math gets a little more difficult. And this is really just to kind of sharpen just to keep their brains sharpened if they don't get any other practice on these things. We do a lot of other educational things over the summer, just kind of fun, relaxed learning. So I honestly don't push this super hard, but if they're bored, if I hear bored come out of their mouths, then I'm going to give them something that they will no longer be bored. So that was number 2. Number 3 are just simple, very simple, inexpensive activity books. You can find these on Amazon, stop at the Dollar Tree, Walmart, Target. They all sell super inexpensive little workbooks, and sometimes just grabbing some fresh ones. My kids just like having brand new ones that they've never seen before. So I just purchased these dot-to-dot books, and you can get different age levels. So this is ages 4 to 8. I had another 4 to 8 for my 2 girls. And then for my son, I got an 8 to 12. And they're just simple, like little dot-to-dot pages. So if they need something to do, then they can just open this up and they can do the dot-to-dot, and then they can color in the page. And I will even sometimes do these with them. I actually colored one of the pictures earlier because I wanted something to do. So this can work for moms and dads too. So yeah, those are fun. And then another workbook, fun book that we really like are these sticker puzzles. So this one we've had for a little while now, but these are just super fun little like activity books. You get the number stickers in the front or the back, and it's basically like a color by number, but you do like the sticker by number. I'm sure most of you have seen these. And again, you can order many different styles, like animals, robots, princesses, fairies, mermaids. Amazon carries a ton of these. I believe also Walmart and Target carry these as well, or Book Outlet. Of course, you'll have to wait for shipping if you order from Book Outlet, but those are some options for those as well. Also word searches, Sudoku puzzles, all of those things are good kind of sharpening things that might keep them entertained for 20 to 30 minutes or so, and maybe they won't be bored anymore. So that's option number 3. Number 4, I know for us, our local library offers a lot of activities, nature activities, little club groups like Legos, Minecraft, different things like that. They also have a ton of preschool activities, so check your local library. A lot of times they offer a lot of activities that you may not know about, and they're usually completely free. So that's an option as well. Get you out of the house a little, get your kids around some other kids, you can talk to some other parents. So that's an option as well that we like to resource throughout the school year, but also sometimes in the summertime. Number 5, take advantage also, this kind of goes along with the library, of your local state park if you live near one. We live near one that offers a good variety of different activities, so lots of nature things. A few weeks ago, the nature organizer at our state park was, she was getting all of the sap from the trees, and she brought together this group of people for sort of an educational opportunity to come and see what that was all about. She was tapping all the trees, that's the word I was looking for. She was tapping all the trees to get the sap out. And so we did not actually go to that, but it sounded really intriguing. So our local park has kayaking groups, nature walks, bird watching groups. There's just a ton of really neat things that you could get involved with your kiddos. Of course, most of them require adult supervision as well, but it could be a family thing. If you feel adventurous, take your kiddos out for the day and then have a picnic. So yeah, access your local park, your local state park. A lot of times they have lots and lots of groups or organizations that want to involve, especially kids, in learning about nature and yeah, those things that we can just naturally learn from that are all around us. Number 6, park time and picnics. So we have a couple parks right near us as well. We sometimes will just go to the park for a couple hours, and a few weeks ago we just kind of like hung out on a Friday for a couple hours, and my sister came with her kids for a while, and then she had to go home, but then another friend came in and we saw her kids for a little while. So it was just nice. It was neat. The kids all hung out and played for a while. We packed lunch and they just had fun. They had a blast playing and it was completely free. We took our own food, we took our own water. We did just have to come home one time for a bathroom trip. But besides that, it was great. It was a great time and it was free. Number 7, at least one time a year, sometimes more than that, we will set up some type of a water party. So we will set up sprinklers and inflatable pools and slip and slides, whatever me and my sisters have access to. At one of our houses, we will set up and the cousins will all come together and we will have a water party. And it's tons of fun. The kids have a blast. We usually all bring some food to share and we have popsicles and they just have such a great time. So if you don't have cousins close by, gather a group of friends, a group of church friends, a group of neighborhood kids, or anyone you can grab from the sidewalk. Set up your sprinklers and just have a water party. It can be completely free and yeah, tons of fun. So that's another fun one that we do. Number 8, I believe on my list. Yes, number 8. A lot of times my son, specifically my son, is usually the one to request this. He will just randomly do a science experiment. A few weeks ago, he made oobleck. I believe that was actually our first day of summer vacation. All on his own, he just got all the ingredients out and mixed it up and had a ton of fun with it. And my daughter ended up jumping in as well and made her own. He helped her make some. He's talked about doing rock candy. He wants to experiment with that in a couple weeks, and I'm sure he'll come up with something else. But there's tons of science educational YouTube videos that you can access for free. Some of our favorites are Mark Rober, Smarter Every Day, and then I was just watching Summer Myers. Thank you, Summer, for this suggestion. She just posted a science website that you can access a free trial. I can't remember the exact name of it now. I did sign up, but we haven't watched any of the videos yet. I'll link the name when I figure it out. I'm sorry, I should have done my research first. But I did sign up for the free trial and I have a couple videos in my email to watch. But they'll email you each week a short little video. It's like 4 to 5 minutes long, but it's a different science topic. So the one of them that I have in my inbox is, why don't we eat ostrich eggs? And there's 2 others, and now I can't think of what they were, but they're like kind of out of the box kind of science questions that you might not normally hear or normally think about. But it was just really neat. So we will watch them together. Like I said, we haven't yet, but I plan to sit down, watch them with the kids, talk about it. If we want to, we can pull up a Pinterest craft or a worksheet to go along with it. And yeah, that's a really, really fun thing in the evenings. A lot of times when my husband's home, we'll all catch up together on like Mark Rober or Smarter Every Day. They like to catch up on SpaceX, Elon Musk type of sciencey stuff. So yeah, those are really fun things that we do that the kids are learning. They don't really completely realize they're learning, but it's also entertaining and educational at the same time. Number 9, our local movie theater throughout the summer will offer budget movies. So this is a really fun option. We have not gone yet because our movie theater has not started airing them yet. They will start in, I believe it's next week actually. And they usually offer, I think it's Thursdays, maybe Thursdays and Fridays. From a specific amount of time, you can go and you can buy a movie ticket for $1. So I could take my kids and I would spend $4 potentially, unless we bought snacks, which of course then it would be like $400. But if you don't buy snacks, check your local movie theater, because I did not know about this until maybe 4 years ago. I had no idea that this was a thing. Sometimes I feel like I'm like way behind, like everybody else is here and I'm like here as a homeschool mom. I do feel like that sometimes. But you know what? My kids haven't figured that out yet, so they still think I'm here. So anyway, check your local movie theater because I didn't know about it. So now you might not know, and so go check. But anyway, so that's a really cool option. Now they are usually like older movies, so I think, I can't think of what the movie is now, but they're usually like from a few years back. So I think Despicable Me 3 or Minions is one of the ones they're playing. There was another one that we planned to go see and I just can't think of what it is. So anyway, if you're fine with watching movies that were maybe aired originally a few years back, then yeah, take advantage of it, because you could have a really fun time. Invite some friends, invite some cousins, and just go watch a cheap movie, and your kids will get like the movie theater experience, but not at $8 or $10 a ticket, whatever it is right now. I'm not even sure what it is. But that's something that we have had fun with before, and we plan to access again this year. And then the last one on my list is number 10, and this is something that my kids look forward to every single summer, and I do also, because it's always such a fun week. Our church offers Vacation Bible School, also known as VBS, which I'm sure a lot of your churches do as well. If you're not familiar with VBS, check the local church around you, because I guarantee you they will offer some sort of summer camp or Bible weekly camp throughout the summer, 1 week of the summer. We have many churches around us that do different weeks throughout the summer. And so you could sign your kid up for one every week throughout the summer if you have a lot of churches around you. And they're usually in the morning or in the evening. And it's just a couple hours where your kids go, they learn about Jesus, they sing, they have fun, they do crafts, they listen to stories, they just have a blast. My kids love every single year when we go to VBS. I usually teach a volunteer of some sort, and it is always such a fun time. So check your local church, ask around if you can't find one that you are comfortable with or that you that interests you. This year, our church is doing Duck Dynasty theme, so I think that's going to be really fun. My kids, just as of last week, we watched episode 1 of Duck Dynasty. They had never seen it before. I wouldn't say grew up watching it, but it came out when I was in my early 20s, I guess. So we loved it and we laughed hysterically through it. So I knew my kids would enjoy it. So that just kind of reintroduced me and introduced my kids to the show. So that's been fun, kind of going through and watching. We've only watched episode 1, but we plan to continue with a few others before our Vacation Bible School week, just so they kind of know what it's about and what the theme is about and what we're jumping into. So that, of course, is always a really fun one. So definitely check out local churches around you and see if there's one that you can get plugged into if you are not already plugged into a church. They would love to have you, and I know your kids would thoroughly enjoy it. So that's my top 10 suggestions to beat summer boredom if it creeps up. Hopefully it's not often for you. We try not to mention the word too much in our house, because my kids know that if they mention they're bored, I will send them off to write a gratitude letter or an acrostic poem with like the word bored or something like that. So anyway, I hope my suggestions kind of made sense and it's nothing out of this world or crazy, mind-blowing that you've probably never heard about. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a great summer. I hope you enjoy the time off with your children. We are having a great time. And yeah, I just wanted to offer a couple ideas. You don't have to break the bank. I know things are a little bit crazy right now with just how groceries cost and gas prices and all of those things. But in the midst of all that, you are able to just enjoy your family and have fun, and you don't have to spend a ton of money. Just use some stuff you have at home and check out the playlist, which I'm going to as well, because I think there's going to be a lot of good tips and things to access from the playlist. So thanks for being here if you've watched to the end, and we will talk very soon. Happy summer.